I'm Deborah Durbin. I'm a PhD candidate at the Royal Military College. I'm going to answer a question today about if we'll ever run out of water. It's a really interesting problem because clean water is one of the most important things that humans need for survival, and it's something that in the Western world we largely take for granted. But there's actually two very different questions. One is, will we ever run out of water? And the other is, will we ever run out of clean water? First, I'm quickly going to address, will we ever run out of water? You might have heard the sentence or the saying, matter is never created or destroyed, only converted from one form to another. Well, except in very specific reactions, generally speaking, the atoms that exist on Earth now are going to be the atoms that always exist on Earth. So the amount of hydrogen will be constant for our lifetime and all those to come, and same with the amount of oxygen. Water is a combination of hydrogen and oxygen put together in a specific form. It is technically possible that we could react water to form hydrogen and oxygen into different forms, for example, hydrogen gas and oxygen gas. This might happen if hydrogen gas-fueled cars ever become a reality, because we might use the sun's energy to break water down into hydrogen gas, well, oxygen gas that we can release and hydrogen gas that we can use in our vehicles. In this case, we actually could diminish the amount of water on the Earth's surface, but that would be a negligible effect. What the real problem is right now is clean water. The amount of water is, generally speaking, cycling around the Earth. It goes from rain into the oceans and lakes. It then goes into a filtration plant where it becomes cleaned. It then goes to your tap where you drink it. You then excrete most of the water in your body, goes back into the drainage system, back into the lakes, might evaporate into into the clouds, and then rain down, and the whole process would start all over again. If the world was totally clean, this would be fine, and water would just cycle and we would keep being able to drink it. Unfortunately, humans are polluting water. Some pollutants are easy to deal with. For example, if you dropped a totally clean ring in a glass of water, you could just pick it out and drink the water anyways. The problem comes when you drop chemicals into the water that are impossible to see, sometimes difficult to detect, and always difficult to remove. It can then become so expensive to clean the water that even in developing countries you might run into issues. This is becoming a bigger and bigger issue as humans use industrialization more and more often, and sometimes in cases where the pollution isn't regulated, it can get dumped directly into water, sometimes into drinking water. It's a big problem in developing countries. If you want to ensure that we have clean water for the rest of our lives, the best thing to do is pay attention to your surroundings, pay attention to the politics that are going on, and pay attention to what you do with your waste. For example, never throw out electronics, because those have a lot of toxic chemicals in them. And in a landfill, they just sit there until rain comes down on them and they can wash the chemicals into the water. So try to dispose of everything properly, try to reuse and recycle whenever you can, and in general, be very conscious of the water you're drinking and what your government is doing to your water. Thanks for listening. Bye.